Wanadhani asibongolala.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Wanadhani asibongolala.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Wambie punde imechoka sana.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Wambie punde imechoka sana.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Answer. Today is 3rd April. I spent the night at Kilimani police station. I was attacked and beaten in the cells by a cop called Robert Ouko. First he handcuffed me, he dragged me. So these are the injuries. I have these injuries here. And this injury is these injuries. These are handcuffs. Injuries, all this. You can see my knees. So he beat up proper and then he hit me with a gun butt on my left side of the ribs, like my left side of the body. So I'm in a lot of pain. I was in hospital in the morning. And yeah, I'm recovering. So the police are telling me, that's who told me, that you should settle this matter out of court. So I'm going to wait it out. Once I heal and I'm okay, I'm going to go talk to them. If they don't get me justice, I hope you Kenyans can help me get me justice. Because this man is not supposed to be a police officer. What he did to me was very wrong. And he came to my office, he was chewing mirror, and he was very rude. When I confronted him, he became violent. And this is the result of what he did to me. And he was so violent and so high that even he dropped his handcuffs. We have his handcuffs. Yeah, thank you.
Uski sasa mazee, mwenye unaangalia hapa hivi chini ni Boniface Mwangi. Boniface Mwangi anasema alipigwa na karao anaitwa Robert Ouko, kama ako maji na kama ako aluta mbaya sana. Usani yuko around alikuwa ngajaba na aluta. Lakini hata story iko hapo. Mahali story iko mazee ni ati hata after Boniface kukua yeye ndio mwenye kwa story yake anasema alipigwa na makarao. Bado makarao walimuomba that asipublicize his story, lakini makarao wenyewe wakaenda wakacharge wakapress charges against yes. Sijui kama unanipata. Sasa Boniface Mwangi anasema aje that 9:30 PM on the 2nd of April makarao watatu, that is Stanley Yano, Osman Omar na pia Robert Ouko walikama wakaingia kwa ofisi yake, na ile complaint walikuwa wamekuja kushughulikia ilikuwa ya makelele. Lakini saa the moment waliingia na vurugu, Boniface Mwangi akauliza rada ni gani mazee, na mboni nakani kama hata kuna mmoja hapa hivi mwenye ako maji na pia ako aluta. Sasa mahali penye Robert Ouko ndio mwenye ako maji na aluta alisikia hii story, usikisa alikula ngori kabisa. In fact sasa akaamua kuingia Boni physical ingine mazee ngori. Ikafika mahali sasa mpaka wakafunga Boni na pingu. Kumbe sasa penye walifungia Boni na pingu, wakimvuta hivi atoke kwa hiyo ofisi sasa kuja ingia kwa gari. Usikisa sasa walimvuta na nguvu zenye Boni anaelezea ati mpaka handcuffs zikadunda. Vile zilidunda hata wale watu walikuanga hapo hivyo makarao au watatu hawakuwa na haja ya kuzichukua. So mpaka sasa hizi Boni anasema that yeye ndio mwenye ako na hizo handcuffs. Sasa Boni kuchukuliwa si ni apelekwe Kilimani police. Kufika Kilimani police mazesi ni ashuke aingizwe cell. Kuingizwa cell mazeni nadhani Robert Ouko hayuko na yeye. Sasa akaingia naye kumsalimia ile ya mwisho. Sasa Boni explain anasema that as Robert anampiga, kumbe karao mwingine na yeye ameshikilia Boni ndio kusikue na any resistance na ndio ikuwe rahisi kwa Robert Ouko kupiga shughuli yake. After Robert amemaliza shughuli, sasa Boni akapiga nduru na sasa na ni Robert si ati alimaliza shughuli, nduru ya Boni ndio ilifanya akatoka juu. Hata wale watu walikuwa wamefuata gari ya Boni akiletoka kwa stage walianza kupiga nduru nje pia, vile walisikia Boni anapiga nduru ndani. Robert akatoka akaenda. Sasa date 3 asubuhi OCS wa Kilimani police akikuja akapata Boni akiwa kwa machungu. Unanipata? Akasema Boni apelekwe hosi. Boni kupelekwa hosi akafanyiwa vitu mingi, akafanyiwa x-ray, head scan, ultrasound ya kuangalia kama alikuwa ameumia ndani. Uzuri hakuwa na fractures, busted lip tu ndiye alikuwa nayo, na pia macho yake ya left barely ingeona. After alikuwa poa, si poa like alijirudi poa, akarudi sasa akiwa na madawa kwa ule OCS alisema apelekwe hosi. Kurudi kwa huyo OCS sasa si ni amwandikie statement, sasa amwambie vile mambo ilienda. Huyo OCS akamwambia kila mtu mwenye alikuwa kwa hiyo kesi yako, wale makarao watatu saa hizi wamelala. sijui kuna nipata, lakini wakiamka ndafuatilia mazee nijue ni aje. Na Boni akalipa 5k cash bond, ni bond ya 5k, akatoka akaingia. Na before atoke, huyu karao OCS aliomba Boni sana that asipublish his story, unanipata, lakini hataki mwambianga asipublish. Kumbe saa mazee walienda behind his back, wakaenda wakamchargia, wakampressia yeye charges, na yeye mazee hapa kwa history vile anaipeana yeye ndio mwenye ni victim. So vile tunabonga mazee leo, Boni anafaa kuingia Kibera Law Court, na hata naye nishapita, anafaa kuingia Kibera Law Court ndio aende ajue fate yake mazee namna gani. Na bado anasema makarao wakujie pingu zao, na bado sawa wakikujia pingu amrudishie AirPods zake pamoja na watch yake. Wangani mbaya mazee. Big up mazee Boniface Mwangi.
This message now is to all Kenyans, and if you are a Kenyan citizen, you are supposed to also join me in condemning this act. Activist Boniface Mwangi alipigwa vibaya sana na rogue police officers. Ukienda kwa page ya Boniface Mwangi, photos na videos zenye ameweka pale, huyu jamaa alipigwa vibaya sana. Na to make matters worse, hao polisi walienda kwake na anasema ni kama walikuwa drunkard. Sasa police officer anakuja kwako tayari akiwa amelewa. Hii sasa si mambo, hii sio mambo na mulima tena. This is about national unity. Boniface Mwangi alipigwa vibaya, na what is surprising me is that human rights activists wote wamenyamaza, hawaja condemn hiyo act. Hawaja condemn hiyo act kabisa. Na Boniface Mwangi alipigwa vibaya akaumizwa. Kama unataka kuconfirm, enda kwa page ya Boniface Mwangi ujione. Kuna vitu zingine zinafaa sisi kama Wakenya tokemee kabisa. Kenya polisi wako na hii tabia ya kupiga wananchi ovyo. Kitu kidogo wanakupiga. Hii sasa si mambo na mulima tena. Hii sasa ni mambo ya Wakenya wote. Inafaa tusimame na umoja, tutetee wenzetu, kwa sababu inaweza kufanyikia ama inifanyikie.
What the politicians did to the Kenyan people this week will be done unto them slowly for the next couple of years. That bitterness is there. You don't kill kids. You don't do that.
Yeah, but then there's something that's critical, like Ndu is saying.
Yeah.
So you are angry and disappointed with the current crop of leaders. Okay? Mm-hmm. So you've got to start identifying then who the next leader is. And we keep saying it here on this show very many times that Kenya has had a problem for a long time of voting out leaders and not really considering who you're voting in. So people don't vote in leaders. You're like, so and so, hata tujamuona hapa, hata amefanya nini, hata huyu harudi. And they say even, we better elect a dog.
Yeah.
So there is that danger there. If you don't start thinking and having an open conversation, Project 2027 or 2032, where 2032 for sure, many of the current crop of senior leaders will be getting out. How do you start working towards that 2027, 2032, where you have a new crop of leaders, but those leaders know what the people need? They know that they have got to be answerable to the people. They know that they are actually accountable in everything that they do to the people.
So the know for a fact is that if Ruto survives this week and this year, he's a one-term president. The events of this week are unforgivable. So he's not going to come back.
You say that with certainty?
Yes. The people have spoken. And so I don't think he's going to come back. You know, the truth is he ran on a platform of hustlers and give them jobs. They don't have jobs. He's overtaxing them. He's taken away healthcare, taken away their education. There's nothing that is actually working in this country. And so, unless a miracle happens, he's a one-term president. The second thing is, these young people are taking voters' cards and they want to vote for leaders who love and care for them, because they don't feel like they're loved and cared for and respected by their leaders. Because the reason why you elect a member of parliament, they have enough care and love for the people to go and serve the people and do the best for the people.
It's easy to say, Bonnie. Everybody who will tell you they've participated in an election, they've been electing somebody whom they think loves and cares
somebody
for
even
them.
has a track record who has proved that he was already doing good. That's why they even elected him in the first place.
Then you go to a house and then you find...
And then things change.
And then it change. Yes. Yeah. But that doesn't mean you give up, brother. It doesn't mean you give up, my sister.
So how do we help the young people
identify?
To identify. So how do we all then start changing and thinking?
Eric,
how then do we identify the leader?
Would you permit me to...
Please.
To say something not contrary? Let me go back to what you have said. It isn't who we select. It's how we hold them accountable. We have seen people who we know to be good going into this and changing. The accountability factor has never been there.
Right.
Everything that is being done, if there is no accountability, where the elected member knows I'm going to be held accountable. Bonnie, you said it. I will not speak in church. People will not attend your rallies. And the next thing they do, they'll tell you,
They'll recall you.
we are recalling you. Now, that is holding them to account. Until that is understood, it doesn't matter who we elect, we're going to continue having this problem.
So the secret ingredient in this formula is making sure that accountability stays throughout the 5 years.
It is throughout the 5 years.
I also think, yes, true. I also think that if we had strong institutions, we didn't have to do that because, for example, it would be much easier to recall a member of parliament. If you commit a crime, you are prosecuted and you go to jail. Now, the problem we have is that we have very weak institutions that bend towards the executive or people with money.
But Bonnie, you more than anybody else should realize that everything we're talking about institutions that have people in it.
Yes.
You more than anybody else knows that the power that is given through example and people understanding that there are consequences for what I say and what I do, it doesn't matter where you are. It helps bring about change. If the example from the top that is expected isn't there, then the example has to come from the sovereign, from the bottom, and then it has to go up.
So how do we change that?
Yeah.
There's the Kenya we want. But do you have the Kenyans for that Kenya we want? So we need to create the Kenyans for the Kenya we want.
Able to stand a bit and say something.
Why are they still driving on the wrong side?
Not being supported by enemy.
I'm not moving.
They were all alert.
No, I'm not moving.
Sherry is still there.
You're on the wrong side. I'm not moving. Walk on the wrong side. I am not moving. I'm not moving. I am not moving. No, you don't stay on the wrong side. Tabia mbaya. I'm not moving. No, I'm not moving.
Sherry is still there.
You're on the wrong side. I'm not moving. Walk on the wrong side. I am not moving. I'm not moving. I am not moving. No, you don't stay on the wrong side. Tabia mbaya. I'm not moving.
Martha Karua was the first politician to ever walk out of a Moi meeting. Na ikakuwa captured on camera. That was total full defiance.
So Martha was the OG of standing up before he stood up. So there was this guy called Moi, Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. Alikuwanga dictator. He used to abduct people, torture them at Nyayo House. He was a bad man. So one time, Martha goes to a meeting. Moi is there. Moi the killer. Martha the politician. Moi stands up to say, oh, Kanu Nini. Martha did the DP salute and walked out. And Martha has been defiant in all her ways because she does not compromise her integrity. So when you read about her book, you see how that she was made from Geshogo for Kenya and for Africa and for the world.
Tulikuwa tumeshikwa, tumelala ndani, tumesikia sawa, tumesikia raha sawa. Unajua nadhani tukilala ndani tunaogopa. Hatuogopi kulala ndani. Tumelala ndani, tukaenda kotini. Koti imetuachilia, tunarudi kwa barabara tena. That is it. We're very happy. Walinishika tu na walinishika na fujo sana, but ni polisi ni wabatili. You're used to this police brutality. As you know, so far no one has been either fired or arrested for killing protesters. Tunaona kama polisi wanafanya thulma, they break the law, they dress like goons, but they're never held accountable for those actions. But we're hoping that moving forward, and I ask all Kenyans, moving forward, ukiona polisi anakaa kama mkora ama anapiga raia, kuna kitu inaitwa citizen arrest. Unashika huyo polisi na unampeleka police station because police officers should not assault anyone when they're arresting them. They should not beat up anyone. Wafai kuwa na hiyo thulma na hiyo ubatili. Like yesterday, we were trying to unmask them. Kadhaa ukikushika kama amevaa mask unamngoa mask ndio tuone sura. Ndio unaweza kuwa pia ni muuaji. Bado tuko hai. Hakuna kitu kimekufa. You know, let me tell you one thing. You never give up on hope. And the struggle is not an event, it's continuous and it's a marathon. So it's not a sprint. So don't mistake this the lull ama hii kosa kuwa na speed ama na watu wengi kuacha kwamba imeisha. Watu wanataka mabadiliko. So you people who are the Kenyan middle class, who are very, very comfortable, you are only a phone call away from poverty. You know why? If you have a sick relative, a sick mother, a sick uncle, and they start asking for money, you're going to sell that car that you bought with a loan, you're going to forget about your mortgage, and you're going to pay for their medical bill. And that's the country we live in, where we pay so much money, but you have no doctors in our public hospitals. You have no medicine in our public hospitals. If you do not raise your voice now, a day is going to come, and you and your poor relative will be in the same level. Because if the looting continues, if what they're doing continues, we'll have no country. They're mortgaging our future slowly and slowly and slowly. A heavy price was paid for us to be here today. People died in the struggle for this country to be free. 2 blocks away, across the road, is Nyayo House. In the basement of Nyayo is Nyayo Torture Chambers. People were tortured, people were killed in that building. Let us not forget our history. Public office is a service. It's not a favor. And you go there and you ask us for your votes. And that is why we should hold you accountable. Do not be afraid to hold our leaders accountable. Don't let them use the police to threaten you. Don't. These guys, they're all human. They feel you, man. They feel you as well. They suffer. They live in those Mabati structures. They are poorly paid. They pay an MP 1.2 million shillings. They pay 20,000 shillings. So how why not have them in the struggle as well? The struggle is for an unequal and just society for everyone, every single person. Public housing is actually a right in the Constitution. Good medical care is a right in the Constitution. Good schools are right in the Constitution. Security is a right in the Constitution. Why are we privatizing public problems? A leopard never changes its spots. Someone who has never supported the Constitution will not support it today. If every single person spoke the truth, they'll have no one to kill. That's true. But now they're isolating us, making us about individuals. It's not my fight, it's our fight. It's not my country, it's our country. Let's not forget that. It's our country. And we have that responsibility to protect this country. And you know what, Kenyans? You know what we can be able to say, all of us? We can say what? It's enough! It's enough! It's enough!
You like me, why them a fight me. You like me, chewing a bone, a bite it. We don't trust them even if we bust them. We don't trust them, stay fine, not touch them. We don't trust them, hope their man not sub them. Informer me say you must them.